Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Finalmouse UltraLightX Pro Tarik edition. Here I have the medium size, but this mouse was also sold in a small size and a large size. At the moment I'm recording this video, the channel has 233 subscribers. I want to thank every single one of you that took a bit of your time to subscribe to my channel. It is really important that you guys do it so you don't miss future reviews, and it's really important to keep the channel alive so I can bring even more content to you. Only 1.7% of people that watch the channel are in fact subscribed, so let's get that number rising. Also, I suggest you guys to follow me on X. It's the easiest way to get in contact with me, and I'm always posting things before they arrive here on the YouTube channel. Before getting into details about the ULX Pro, I want to give a quick introduction of the Finalmouse brand. So Finalmouse is a company that sells some of the most desired and limited mice in the world. Unlike common brands like Razer or Logitech that you can simply go to a local store and buy a mouse, Finalmouse only sells online in limited batches. They are the most difficult mice to get because the batches don't happen that often, and when they happen, there is a limited number of mice that are sold in the batch, which usually runs out of stock in just a couple of minutes. The ULX Pro Tarik edition was my first time buying a Finalmouse, so I will not only talk about the mouse, but I will also talk about the whole process of buying it for those who are interested in buying a Finalmouse in the future. Finalmouse announced the ULX Pro to be released on the 20th of April at a specific time. I remember in my country was 7 p.m. The batch had 10,000 units, 5,000 of them were in the medium size, which is the one that I have, 2,500 in the small size, and the other 2,500 units in the large size. I remember being ready a few minutes before the drop time with my laptop and my iPhone. As soon as it got 7 p.m, I refreshed the Finalmouse website and it was available to purchase. I firstly tried to buy in my laptop, but I had a bug where I was stuck in a captcha loop, so I decided to try in my iPhone, and fortunately I was able to secure my ULX Pro Medium. It took 17 minutes to sell all the 10,000 units, which is wild, and for those who now want to get this mouse, they will have to get it through third-party sellers like eBay, and there they are sold for a lot more than the retail price. Some people only buy these mice to resell them later for more money. Also, I can quickly introduce Tarik. For those who don't know him, Tarik is a Twitch streamer. Most of his lives are surrounding the Valorant world. Sometimes he does watch parties of professional Valorant games of the pro scene, and sometimes he does some gameplay. The first time I heard about Tarik was a few years ago. He was a professional CSGO player. In 2018, he won the CSGO Major in the Cloud9 roster, representing one of the most remarkable victories of North America in esports. This mouse being a collaboration between Tarik and Finalmouse, I'm almost sure that Tarik wanted to have the design somewhat related to that unforgettable achievement. His streams are funny and entertaining, so for those who want to check his Twitch channel, it will be in the description. The mouse took less than a month to arrive from the United States to Portugal. I'm really satisfied with all the shipping process because it was fast. Let's start with the unboxing. So the first thing that I noticed was the box of the ULX Pro is quite small. Here I have the Logitech GPX2 box, and as you can see it's a lot bigger. In my opinion, the design of the box is clean and done very well. This is the front of the box. In the back we have some information about the model. In this case I have the Lion, which is what they call the medium size. Here on the side we can see that they have written "Aim for Greatness," a Finalmouse logo here, and the ultralight branding right here on the other side. In the box we can find the mouse, the dongle, a braided USB-C to USB-A cable, some grips. These are the grips that come with the mouse. They have the Tarik branding. And we have a quick user manual. The ULX Pro is made of a carbon fiber composite material that is very lightweight. I have no complaints about the build quality of the ULX Pro, it feels solid. Obviously I'm not going to stress test the structure of this mouse like I would on a closed one, for example the GPX2 or the Viper V3 Pro, Those will obviously have a better structure integrity because they have no holes. The ULX Pro comes in my scale at 38 grams and it currently is the lightest mouse that I own. The ULX Pro uses a shape that Finalmouse has been using in the past years, for example with the previous iterations of the UltraLightX, the Starlight lineup. This is a shape targeting the fingertip grip style, which is the grip style that I use. The most comparable mouse to the ULX Pro in my collection is the WLmouse Beast X, which is a Finalmouse clone. The most noticeable differences for me are the hole layout and the feeling of the material. The Beast X has overall bigger holes, as you can see, and from my experience I find the ULX Pro is more comfortable on the sides than the Beast X due to its smaller hole layout. As you can see, the holes on the side of the Beast X are bigger than on the ULX. Another thing that I noticed is the feeling of the coating and the material of the mouse. Whenever I grab the Beast X, the mouse is cold to the touch because it's made of magnesium, a metal, and it's not that grippy. The Beast X has no coating, this is just metal. The ULX Pro is always at a normal temperature and the rubbery coating feels really nice to the touch. Let's make a size comparison with the Beast X. This is the left side, the right side, the front, the back, this is the bottom view, and this is the top view. The ULX Pro features an exclusive coating that Finalmouse is calling ProGrip. It was the first time Finalmouse was able to coat the carbon fiber composite chassis with a soft touch finish that provides a smooth, rubbery and grippy feeling. Spec-wise, the ULX Pro uses the 3395 sensor, which is one of the best sensors out there. At the moment I'm recording, the mouse can go up to 4K polling rate, and Finalmouse is working on a firmware update to provide 8K polling rate in the future. The main clicks are Huano Blue Shell pink dots, which are unique to the Pro series. Finalmouse says that this switch was designed in collaboration between their engineers and Huano. They have some improved mechanical designs. In my opinion, the main clicks feel amazingly good. They are tactile and show no signs of grinding or wobbling while playing. The side buttons sound nice and crispy as well. The scroll wheel feels nice to me, it has defined steps and it is loose enough to jump and tap strafe in Apex Legends. The only complaint that I have is that the scroll sound is a bit loud. The stock skates are made out of PTFE, they have a nice smooth glide. I don't think there is a need to swap the stock skates, but if you ever need to, my number one recommendation is the X-Ray Pad Jade skates. I got a set for the ULX Pro if I ever want to try Jades in this mouse. As you can see, the Jade skates go perfectly well in the Finalmouse ULX Pro. The dongle has the Finalmouse logo, which can be programmed in the software to have a white light or to change color to give information about the mouse battery status. The ULX Pro has a web-based software. Finalmouse calls it X-Panel. In the X panel, we have an overview tab right here, where we can see information about the current settings of the mouse, the DPI, polling rate, lift-off distance, motion sync, and the information about the firmware, whether it's the mouse or the dongle. In this tab, we can swap between DPI levels. In this tab, we can swap between different polling rates. As you can see, at the moment, the 8K polling rate is not available. Finalmouse is still testing the 8K polling rate options. We can select between 1mm and 2mm. We can toggle motion sync. I currently have it on. Here we can program the dongle of the mouse. We can select between an off position, a battery level indication, where the dongle turns green when the battery is good, turns yellow when it has like half battery, for example, and it turns red when it's running out of battery. Here we can update the firmware of the mouse and the dongle. There's a desktop application available for the X panel. I'm not wasting time showing it because it's basically the same, but it's desktop application. And here in the bottom we can see the signal strength of the mouse. As you can see, mine shows that it's excellent because the dongle is right next to the mouse. The price of the ULX Pro was $203.95, including shipping. In my opinion, it was worth the price because it just took my #1 spot position, which was the Beast X. More than a mouse, I feel like the ULX Pro is a collector's item. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will try to answer everyone. If you enjoyed the review, leave a like. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. This next week, I'll be testing the Razer Viper V3 Pro, and hopefully I can deliver its review on the next weekend. I'll see you guys in the next one.